Hello, I'm James Milan for Arlington Public News. I'm here with Captain Richard Flynn of the Arlington Police Department to discuss the recent spate of car break-ins in town. Welcome, Captain Flynn, and thanks for coming.
James, thanks for having me.
To begin, can you tell us something about the nature and scope of the break-ins?
Well, the nature of the motor vehicle break-ins that we've been experiencing is, it really seems it's a crime of opportunity. Most of the vehicles that have been entered have been left open, unlocked, and we're noticing that we have quite a few times where someone will be going through a neighborhood or whatnot and go into some unlocked motor vehicles and take items that are basically available for them to take.
And how often?
Well, that kind of varies. It could vary from a couple of weeks or to the beginning of the month or so. In the last several weeks, we've had quite a few. Mm-hmm. So it's really, we like to call it a crime of opportunity, and we ask that people do whatever they can to try and take away that opportunity.
And what areas of town are most affected?
That really varies as well. It's not really one particular area of town. We have in the recent couple of weeks experienced some breaks up in the Arlington Heights area, but that's really, it's not a consistent area. It's really a town-wide.
Is there any kind of seasonal component to break-ins?
No, again, I think it varies. It's pretty consistent throughout the seasons, and again, a crime of opportunity. Someone has to have the desire to go out there and want to do this, and then the opportunity to get in the vehicles. So that's what we're experiencing now.
And so would you say that it's not a part of any kind of broader pattern that you are become aware of?
No, I don't necessarily believe it's a broader pattern. I think in ourselves and other communities surrounding Arlington, they're experiencing the same type of thing. They come, they go. Trying to develop a pattern on when they happen is something that we do on a consistent basis, so that we have a proactive approach to try and stop this. But it's difficult. It's difficult. It really is a crime that varies from day to day, week to week, month to month.
Yes, you've described it as a crime of opportunity, and so we're wondering, are there any simple do's and don'ts for the audience to protect their property?
I think times have changed, and I think most people would agree with that. The day of leaving your vehicle and your home's unlocked is really probably past us. The first thing foremost is we ask the citizens of the town to lock your motor vehicles, and in doing that, you can also better yourself and your chances of not being a victim of these type of crimes if you keep personal and expensive items out of people's view. Okay, so the days of leaving laptops and cellular phones and even GPS systems out and viewable for the public probably passed. So we ask that not only do people lock their cars, but also do their best to try and keep items such as cell phones and computers and GPS and even the chargers that you use to charge these devices, keep them out of the view, so that someone who would come by and look into your motor vehicle, if that's what they choose to do, wouldn't see that and wouldn't be have attention to your vehicle in any way.
And if people have questions or want information or to provide information, is there a number that they should call?
Sure. I mean, we ask, we continue to ask the public to be diligent and keeping an eye out in your neighborhoods. No one knows your neighborhood like the folks that live in it. So, if you see any suspicious activity, or if you happen to see, a crime occurring, someone maybe trying to get into a motor vehicle, we ask you to call 911 right off the bat. If you may have some information in regards to a past break, or may have a question that you might want to ask the police department. What can I do to make my home and the area around my home safer? We ask that you call our business line at 781-643-1212. And we should be able to give you some additional tips in regards to motion lights in regards to around your cars. Some things that we like to do is we like to ask people to keep their bushes and their trees and whatnot around there properly trimmed, so that people don't have dark areas where they can get into and not be seen. Again, motion lights, and just an overall awareness of your neighborhood. If there's suspicious activity, we'd like to know about that. Please give us a call.
Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate
your
taking the time to come in.
Thank you.
This is James Milan for Arlington Public News. Thanks for joining us.